Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe. Hello and welcome to the WrestleTalk news. I'm Ollie Davis and this is going to be a bit of an intense news episode, with Seth Rollins' injury throwing WWE's WrestleMania plans into chaos. And no, I'm not talking about Kazuchika Okada's New Japan Wrestling faction. So before we delve into the crisis meetings and workarounds and woefully uninspiring intergender tag matches, here's a picture of Big E photoshopped into Mario Kart. Thanks to Heel Platt for sending that in. WWE.com revealed yesterday that Seth Rollins re-injured his right knee on this week's Raw during the beatdown by Samoa Joe. The injury appears to have come when Joe took Rollins down for the Coquina clutch, where you can just about hear Joe ask Seth on the mat, "Are you okay?" To which Rollins rather heartbreakingly responds, "I hope so." All the more tender as Joe whispers those words as he's pretending to choke the life out of him. The Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that Rollins' knee was evaluated yesterday and he's believed to have torn his MCL. The early word is that he'll be out for about 8 weeks, getting him back just days before WrestleMania. Rollins missed both the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania last year because of his previous knee injury, and missed this year's Rumble for storyline reasons. He'll obviously be desperate to not miss another one of WWE's biggest shows. But the company are in an awkward position. Do you continue to build to a Rollins versus Triple H match at WrestleMania 33 and hope Seth is medically cleared in time? Or do you push the long-awaited fight back and change plans? WWE officials discussed just this in a booking crisis meeting yesterday. The original plan was to have Samoa Joe face Seth Rollins at WWE Fastlane, with the Architect then going on to face Triple H at WrestleMania. This could still happen if Rollins' recovery goes well, but other options are being explored. Bryan Alvarez revealed on Wrestling Observer Live that Triple H really wants to wrestle in Orlando because of the NXT ties, and that one idea was pitched to somehow set up a match between him and Samoa Joe instead. If that is the plan to turn the Samoan submission machine babyface, nobody told Joe, because Joe's a badass. And despite the outpouring of support for Rollins on Twitter, with even Finn Balor sending the Architect a get well soon card, the Samoan submission machine mocked the condolences, tweeting, "When your acts be like, everybody crying like Alice in Wonderland," and copying in Triple H to the WWE.com article that first broke Rollins' injury, "I believe I have delivered as requested." That, ladies and gentlemen, is a heel. I'm in no way saying someone getting injured is a good thing, but this particular cloud might have some silver lining. Samoa Joe seemed to be in danger of just becoming a stepping stone for Rollins to get to Triple H. Now their Fastlane match is off and Joe potentially being moved into a feud with the game, WWE might be forced into pushing Joe as a new top star. And hopefully Rollins' lackluster babyface turn from last year, where his main good guy motivation was, the authority don't like me anymore, can be reset, with Seth returning in full-on kick-ass Rambo Apocalypse CrossFit Jesus mode. The other news that came out yesterday was the rather disappointing rumor that John Cena's WrestleMania match had gone from The Undertaker to Samoa Joe to a mixed-gender tag match with Nikki Bella, who's not his wife despite what I mistakenly said yesterday, against The Miz and Maurice. Now the very reliable Wrestling Observer have confirmed this is the current plan for WrestleMania 33, and when the match came out backstage, a ton of people internally were rolling their eyes about it. Unless one of those people was The Undertaker himself, in which case that's just his gimmick. The report continues that there's talk this could be Nikki's last match, with her neck giving her issues and plans to transition into television producing. Meltzer speculates this could lead to Cena proposing to Nikki at WrestleMania. How would you book around Seth Rollins' injury heading into WrestleMania? Tell me this is what can happen when you put off doing a match for too long in the comments below. If you want to find out about when Finn Balor is expected to make his WWE return, or my review of this week's Raw, click the videos to the left and subscribe. I've been Ollie Davis and that was wrestling.